I've just finished 4 days of deep coaching with a client who came here from Canada, an entrepreneur. And we had the most magical experience. Over these 4 days, we buried 4 people. We went into the void and experienced weightlessness. We transformed food from the ground all the way to creating magical dishes, tasty, incredible food. We went into the fears that he had in the most exciting and scary way for him. We talked about his ambition and explored his desires and what he wants in a way that made him feel so uncomfortable. And he kept telling me that this is really uncomfortable to talk about what I want in that way and that honestly. And that he's not told other people about this, about all these things he really wants. But how the fuck do you tell people around you that you have these kind of ambitions without them rolling their eyes and looking at you like an arrogant, obnoxious fucker? We got a chance to see a plane land in between a field with cows and horses. We got to see some of the most beautiful sunsets and walk barefoot for hours on to experience the world that we walk on and that we live in. We talked about practical strategies and things he can do when he gets back home to actually grow the business, to actually take the business to the next level, but also how to serve people and shift his way of thinking. And it turned out that one of the most exciting things for him, one of the biggest learning, was finding and discovering a technique on how to turn everything he does into something fun. Because he was always dreading so many things about the business, so many things felt like a burden, like, oh, fuck, I have to do this, but I have to do it. And that shifted. And he felt like for the first time he had permission to do what he really wanted, the way he really wants, and to be himself and serve his clients and focus on that without fear. For me, these are some of the most beautiful experiences, because when I do a 1-year coaching program and you're working with a coach, you know, for a year, 2 hours every 2 weeks, you get about 50 hours of coaching, 50 hours of deep conversation, deep one-on-one conversation where you explore your world. But when you come for 3 days like that, you get the same amount of time spent together, but condensed into this really tight and small space of time. And that produces change that is very different, that is very profound. And he already told me, he said, there are many things that I've learned that are going to be useful later, that I'm not yet ready to digest and implement. And that for me is exciting, that an experience like this trails for a long time. I've recently moved house so that I have more space to bring more fearlessly mad people who want to create masterpieces, who want to experience life in a more magical way, who want to create and feel and unfold the abundance that's around them, not just with money, but with experiences, with awarenesses. And I'm super excited to have people come here once a month for this extraordinary adventure. If you know someone who wants to create masterpieces, who's ready to go through tough, difficult experience of transformation, wants to experience abundance, show them this video. Put them in touch with me. I'd love to have a conversation. I only invite 10 people to this journey over the next year. So I won't be able to make space for every single person who contacts me, every single person who's looking for this experience, at least this year. When I've built a slightly bigger space, then I'll be able to bring more people more regularly. So for this year, if you know someone who will be excited to come here, and you think I will be excited to spend 3 to 10 days of my life with, thank you for putting us in touch. You'll do them and me a favor by connecting us and allowing more magic to happen. Have a beautiful day.